Alright, it is another Call of Duty rant thing. So, just been playing a couple of games. Good old hardcore, it's really all I play. And I chose Domination. Oh, already starting off strong, already unplugging my mic. I chose Domination because, you know, it's a game mode where there's objectives, you gotta run around, you gotta go do things, you gotta get shit. And 3 games in a row. 3 fucking games in a row. I played with people who laid the fuck down at their spawns and were shooting each other to get fucking camos. 3 games in a row. And I hear this. I hear it over the fucking chat. I hear it over the proximity chat, the enemy chat, all that shit. Like, I just fucking hear them. They're like, oh man, I'm not able to get my shit. I had one person actually type the shit out. He's like, shit, it's not counting my fucking things. And it got me fucking thinking about shit, right? So let's go back to the good old days of Call of Duty. You know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, 2, Black Ops. And think about the camo challenges, the shit they used to fucking do for that, right? It was never anything that was insanely complex. It was something fairly easy, if not hard to do through execution, which was get headshots. All you had to fucking do was get 50 headshots, 75 headshots, 150 headshots, 300 headshots, whatever the fuck it was. And you got camo too. It wasn't until like Black Ops 2 where you finally started getting some shit where you had to do other things, if I remember correctly. Or maybe even Ghosts, where you had to like slide to get kills. I remember getting slide kills for camos and shit. Anyway, it was just making me kind of fucking think about things where it's like, how has our gameplay changed throughout the years, right? I mean, here, I'm about to do something that, you know, I'm sure it would fucking make everyone rage quit as soon as I get a kill doing it. But, you know, I think about how our gameplay has changed over the years and how we complain that Call of Duty has gotten worse and worse and worse. And we gotta realize that, you know, part of that is our fault, you know, whether intentional or not. For example, I think the camo challenges were an unintentional way for us to get worse as players. Unintentional in the sense of we weren't trying to be an active part of it. It was just something that almost came natural. So, oh, great. Oh, I already had this part. So, you know, think about how we're playing the game. We're going around, running around, shooting each other, doing shit. Is this guy really? Yes, he is. Okay. And we have these camo challenges where we have to stay back, we have to go on all to do things. And, you know, like I was saying in my last fucking video where I was actually talking, I was talking about Bacon, right? On Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remaster. And how we kind of just, like, didn't play that game all up close, chaotic as fuck anymore. We kind of just, really? We kind of just like made that a lay in the spawn, stay in the far back, get eyes on shit map. And it really surprised me because when I was like, you know, playing that way back in the day, that wasn't the case. It was one of the few maps where I'd actually run around and use a shotgun, and I could use a shotgun because it was a fucking viable tactic. Couldn't really do that as much, as effectively anymore. So, you know, that was only a few years after Modern Warfare was released, you know, and I was like analyzing gameplay, seeing how we do these things, and these fucking challenges are one of those small ways that Activision has kind of pushed us towards prolonging, and oh wow, I actually got a 2 kill. The grind, man, like, dude, I kind of talked about this earlier. Blew up immediately. You know, a lot of us are fucking older. You know, we got jobs, we got responsibilities, we got things that we want to be doing outside of the same fucking challenges. And we kind of keep doing it to ourselves. And it's like, bro, why, man? We don't like this game enough as it is, and you want to spend 30 years trying to get a fucking camo for a gun you're probably never even going to use because you have to go to the next gun to get the next camo to finally unlock the actual camo you want for all your guns? How the fuck is that enjoyable, dude? Why would you want to sit and waste your time? Alright? It's becoming a more and more valuable commodity the older we get. Why would you want to sit back and waste your fucking time hoping one person runs in front of you at just the right distance so you can fucking ace them and get the goddamn camera? Just don't see the point of it, you know? And I'm sure if enough people fucking hear this shit, I'll see some things in the comment section like, oh, well, you know, I get this value out of it. Well, man, like, alright. But just know that this is part of the reason why our game why Call of Duty just sucks now, and why our gameplay isn't as fun, and why we're always bitching and moaning about these things. And another part of that shit is map design, right? These maps are also shaped with prolonging those challenges. How the fuck am I not shooting through a goddamn windshield of a fucking broken down car? Jesus Christ. These maps are set up for this shit to be even harder and harder. Okay, look, on the far right we have fucking open angles where we could snipe people, or we could jump on top of these fucking trucks and get these long shot medals, right? Who the fuck wants to play on this map? This is such a shitty designed map. It's almost completely unrealistic. And I'm a fire service member. I don't have any combat experience, but I know how tactics and all that shit works out, and I know how we do things. And this stuff, like, this is not at all how a battle on a highway would fucking go. Like, it would be so tactical where you're all crouched down and you're weaving through cars, and I tried to play like that. The very first couple of times I was on this map, I was just running through, I was keeping eyes, I had this fucking laser on my assault rifle, because this is what you want. You want to crawl through, and you want to fucking poke your head out real quick, shoot, and come back under cover. You know? And no one obviously is going to play like a real military member, and I'm not fucking criticizing anyone for that. You know, the game is actually less fun if you do that. But it just goes to show, you know, like there's elements of this game that's like already, and then you have the compounding things like I'm gonna grind for camos, I'm gonna fucking use X weapon, and you know dump my whole fucking team into the trash because I'm trying to get something done for me. But alright, cool. You don't have to be a fucking team player. You don't. But it's part of the fucking problem. It's contributing to the fucking circle of unenjoyable game, complain, devs pretend to hear us, we see some good footage of the next Call of Duty, we get duped, we buy it, circle completes. Right back into itself. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. It's hard not to be a part of it. I completely understand that. Because we all sometimes fall for marketing. We all sometimes think, you know, maybe the nostalgia card is going to get played, and it's like, oh, well, it's Modern Warfare 2, and I loved Modern Warfare 2 when I was a kid, and all the hype, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, you know what? I'm stupid, too. I spent $70 on this fucking game. Not making that mistake again. But I still made it enough times where it's like, man, fuck. You know, here I am sitting trying to get fucking enjoyment from my game, and I'm hearing people in the lobbies fucking telling me, man, just can't get these fucking challenges done. And it's like, you fucking idiot. That's why no one's having fun. Okay? You're not playing an objective game mode to capture an objective, which, you know, is sometimes okay. Sometimes you do just want to go run around and get a bunch of kills. But to purposely choose that to fucking lay down and go and get kills. And I guess maybe I'll stop harping on that per se. But that was kind of just the crux of this fucking argument, right? We complain so much about how Call of Duty has changed, but we have changed as well. We've changed as players, as gamers, and we've fallen for the traps that Activision has set to prolong and extend this grind mentality. I mean, why do you think they got rid of Prestige, right? Prestige used to mean something. You spend hours and hours and hours, and when you finally get a chance to fucking hit X and or A or fucking enter, whatever the fuck it is for whatever, you know, system you play on, you see a new icon and you're just like, fuck yes, this means something. Now we have just a number? I'm level 450? Does that really make me feel like I've, you know, spent a quality amount of time learning the ins and outs, knowing the most effective way, getting the routes going, using the best guns? No, just makes me feel like, oh shit, man, I really could have been doing something better with my time. Alright, I guess you can fly 30 feet while I slide his fucking squirrel moves. So, like... What is this shit? Oh, okay. I thought you were an enemy shooting. So... like... stupid challenge. On top of no real reward from putting time into this game. Followed by map design that's encouraged to prolong your playtime, not necessarily your keep you invested, keep you entertained, just to literally make it harder for you to do the things you're trying to do. And a player base that just can't make up its mind what it wants 9 out of 10 times. But we still keep complaining to Activision, like, hey man, the games don't feel like they used to. What the fuck have you done wrong? And it's like, well, I just gave you a fucking list of answers, and I'm fairly certain almost every fucking person who listens to it is going to agree with one, disagree with the rest. Because that's just kind of what happened with our player base. We just became more and more divided on how we do things. And it's frustrating, but, you know, we all have valid concerns. We all want to see our game, and it is our game, because we've been playing it for a long period of time, but we all want to see the game that we want to play in our heads, in our fucking TVs. And unless your ass gets on fucking school and learns how to program, that's not going to happen, because Activision sure isn't going to listen to us. All they're going to do is they're going to cherry pick little bits and pieces. They're going to come out with an apology like they fucking have in the past. And they're going to say they're going to change one thing. Maybe they actually change it. But most likely they kind of just take it away just to reintroduce it later on. And hoping we forgot about it. Good job, me. Tossing a fucking frisbee at a guy. So, I don't know. It's just, I fucking wanted to get that out there, because I'm just like, you know, I can't believe I'm literally hearing different lobbies of people saying the same shit. Like, it's so hard to get a challenge. Well, stop doing the fucking challenge. How about just play the fucking game and have fun? You know, if you don't have fun playing the game, well, stop playing the game. Right? And you're probably thinking like, oh, you fucking hypocrite, why don't you stop playing the game? Well, yeah, you know, like, that is a viable option, and that is something that I'm going to be doing more and more. Or I guess I should say I'm going to be playing this game less and less. I got Resident Evil 4. Unfortunately, the graphics card that I bought for it is not compatible with my computer, so I have to wait. So, you know, I'm kind of killing time on a game that I don't fucking like. And, you know, that's kind of just synonymous with my 30s. I'm just doing a lot of things I don't like to kill time. And I know for a fact I'm not the only one who thinks that. So wouldn't it just be nice that, you know, Friday night rolls around, all your friends are busy because they got fucking kids or they got spouses, and you're just like, shit, you know, doing their shit, having fun, instead of you load into a game and you're immediately getting spawn sniped because someone needs to fucking do a challenge for their fucking stupidest fucking thing. And to propagate that shit, to have people, you know, the higher tier Call of Duty content creators who are like, oh, well, you know, I love my camos. It's the only productive thing I feel like I'm doing with myself. And it's like, all right, man, so maybe just stop playing the game then. Because, like, yeah, you get paid to play Call of Duty, right? Well, make an example of it. It's like, the only fun I have is when I'm grinding. But, bro, like, come on, man. Like, that's the only fun you have is when you're working? Because that's actually what that is. You're only having fun when you're distracting your brain with work. And I mean, like, I video edit, so I know that's fucking mindless tedium and shit. But, you know, there's an end product I get. There's cash. I get money. I get paid for doing it. What do I get at the end of this game? A fucking camo. Like, I can't let that go, man. Like, I want to be able to look back on the last 3 hours of my fucking gameplay and be like, man, I had some really close matches. I was a really fucking good game. Or I had this one guy who was just so fucking good, but I was always able to kill him, and he was destroying my team and things like that. And it's like, no, you don't get that. You don't get a sense of value for your playtime anymore. And the old thing used to be prestige, and now that's fucking ruined. So hopefully the next Call of Duty, they shoot themselves in the foot. They fucking ruin camos. So now the only way to truly feel like you're getting something custom or, you know, worth your time is by spending $25 on a fucking bundle. And, you know, we learn our lessons then. It's like, huh, shit, you know what? I'm really tired of spending $25 for a fucking bundle on something. Cool. All right, little bits is how we make change. But we got to follow through on those bits. We can't just fucking turn that shit around when a new Call of Duty happens, or because we fall into nostalgia, or because someone says, oh no, you know what, I hear you, I'm gonna do something about the problem next time. Yeah, do something about the problem by not having a fucking problem. How hard is that? Do things like you used to do. It doesn't matter that gameplay has changed. It doesn't matter that player base has changed. It doesn't matter that the market medium has changed. Alright, cool, Battle Pass. You can fucking incorporate that. A lot of games that have literally pioneered it have been doing it well for years now. It's not hard. It's actually 100% not physically hard. But they decide to make it that way. Because this whole thing is just a fucking algorithm coordinated for us to maximize playtime, but different things. The time that you put into this game and the entertainment value you get are not synonymous. Being aware of it is being part of the solution. So maybe if you've sat through all this shit and you've heard the shit I've been saying for the last 20 seconds, 20 minutes, however long it's been, you're kind of starting to piece together things. Because that's all I want. I want everyone who plays Call of Duty, whether they're on the high tier, the low tier, if you have any capability, I'm using my PlayStation. I'm literally just doing my PlayStation built-in edit feature because I don't have fucking time to do this shit on my PC. If I get more likes, more subs, and people who actually care for this content, I'll fucking gladly do it. I'd like to make that my full-time job. I just know it's not fucking realistic. Anyway, tangent aside, if we all make content saying the same fucking thing, that's bits and pieces gonna make us some progress. And then we can hold Activision accountable because we take their community tweets, we take their videos, their dev videos, and we fucking be like, hey, remember when you said this on this date, you implemented this fix? Well, I've just tested it, and I've just talked with the community. That shit ain't true. You're fucking wrong. You're lying. You're pissing on my back telling me it's rain. No. So, you know, the whole internet age, the whole community fucking golden age of, you know, connectivity, let's fucking use that to our advantage and actually hold Activision accountable and stop contributing to their money making. I've kind of said the same thing 10 different ways, so hopefully 10 different people get the idea at this point. I'm gonna quit, even though I'm actually doing good. And yeah, we'll call it a day. Take care, everybody.